preparing to target the north section. I believe that's past the burn, whatever phrase you want to call it. Just behind us, there was basically a full tent camp. Looks like a good little campfire going on, some type of stove thingy. So it's not as remote as you think. All right, so talk about remote. The other place just north of Vegas is actually a lot more remote. Once you get past the visitor center. We may attempt to target the area where we believe Elko County Sheriff noted the tracks. But keep in mind that is, well, you had YouTubers covering it. It's not like it's CIA top secret. Right, so where Elko found the tracks, that's not necessarily where private search parties found the tracks. It's that information can be seen in other people's coverage. Ain't no FBI secret. Agent Maniac on the way. Agent Psychopath. Okay, we'll probably pivot to what we believe is Elko's hotspot, and these spots have been covered. And I forgot the channel, but this other person. So yeah, there is some good coverage about the areas. There's good coverage about the theoretical route and timeline that Aiden Clune might have taken. So by no means Central Intelligence state secret here. It's all over the place. But we have the private ranch marked out. I don't think it's a ranch so much as possibly private land owned by a ranch. I don't know, but basically I have the private area marked out so just to make sure we're not walking around private property and trespassing. I have that marked out as my legal due diligence. So if any sections of the road get stuck, we're not walking around private land. So if it's in case of private property, unless we have permission, we just call off the search. Call it off. We will attempt to investigate the area that I think Elko County Sheriff, or I think a few of y'all deputies from your department canvassed the area. I think at least a few of y'all deputies or something. Okay, beginning search. All our instruments are wacky. The coordinates aren't where you expect to see them plotted out. We regret spending all the prime of our life searching for a man who is likely not even missing on Sheep Range. We're not talking about Aiden, we're talking about Kenny. Now that looks more like some type of sack. Who knows, for maybe ranchers, farmers. That doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look anything Aiden related at all. We do want to check this section. Bone, but I believe it's animal. Should be animal. Proceeding. Let's see if we can proceed north in the other direction. Actually, if we can, we still do want to get to that way north tree line past the Vern, if we can. So it's a conflict of multiple interests here. Conflict of multiple competing interests. And that tree line is interesting to us. There might just be something dropped, some type of clue. You never know. If we can get to the tree line, we'll see how we negotiate. Proceed. It's easy to see things, footprints that aren't there. It's a strange place. It's a strange place. At the northern tree line, again, we're not very comfortable being close to humans, where there's a tent encampment, but we do want to probe up this tree line. We wish to briefly cut across along this northern edge, cut across potentially where Aiden might have crossed over if he kept going north. Places like this wash, this is where we want to tailor our search if we can't cover a lot in one day. The wash, pay attention to the wash, the ground. That is bone, but likely animal bone on the wash. Sometimes you'll see things on the wash. I think the best hope is if somehow Aiden was able to make it out alive, hitchhiked somewhere. It might sound offensive. The best outcome would be he made it out. He ghosts his family. He doesn't want any contact. That might sound offensive, but that's the most optimistic, beautiful scenario. The most pessimistic scenario is obvious. He's recovered on a mountain. That's the sad scenario. Washes are prime suspects. Heavy weather, rain, they tend to, you can see the markings here, see? So that's why I like to pay attention to these types of areas like this. Heading is southeast. Heading southeast and south. So earlier we were northwest of Augustine Spring, somewhere, whatever, way out there towards the southwest. Now we're somewhat working the far north of the burn. Look, you can see, you can kind of see out there a little bit. Any rocky portions are also of interest to us. That's where someone, if there's low light, low visibility, someone can stumble. And to Aiden, if you're alive, you're your own man. You are a man. If you're alive, I'll say whatever the heck I want to say to you. If you're alive, I love you, man. A degree of visibility here, so let's keep working it. I want to work towards the edge a little bit. The edge of the tree line, hopefully. Just one person, so this is not scientific, but we're trying to rake the ground, rake it. Watch the ground, it can be slippery. This is where people tend to, well, you underestimate the ground, you're gonna be slipping and sliding. Ideally, what we want to do is see if we can push to the edge, then go around, kind of, you know what I mean. Continue on search. I think this ground here, I think this is strategic. Okay, this is the edge of this main tree line. Okay, zig it back north then. Okay, take it back north. That's the edge. All right, and into the forest again.